Hello, everyone. I am live streaming this event. It's the clock repair Shitstravaganza. That's right. All right. I got my chat on. Somebody's on the stream already, which is good. We got the stream going on. It's I if oh wait, I can't. Oh, somebody's on the stream. That's good. Somebody's on. Uh, who is it? Can I see who's on the stream? Whoever's on the stream, just say something in the chat. Yeah, the clock guy, the uh, the clock guy is supposed to be here around 9:25, so I just kind of started the stream early. All right, whoever's in the stream, say something in the chat so I know who you are and participants. Yeah, I've never live streamed something like this before. I usually do like hangouts. The mega is what he's saying. Yeah, as you can see, the grandfather clock is right there. Yeah, not gonna be streaming the repair, but make the clock uncomfortable if I just started recording. Also, rest in peace to Larry King. He's dead. He died at age 87 today. It doesn't say. Yeah, he died today. Nobody's chatting. Say something. Say something in the chat. Nobody is even. Yeah. Got my trusty recording device here. All right. In about a minute. I should have started streaming at 9 and then that just waiting for the guy to get here is I think I gotta put a mask on. Evidence of leaking. Where? Alright. Oh. Alright. I gotta see if he's here. The clock guy's here. He's here. Yep, he just pulled in the driveway and we are set. We are set. We are set for the best day, the most historic day in all of Quacker's Clock's history.
All those cookies that were in that bag, the white and the chocolate. There's like 25 cookies in that bag. Did you eat that many cookies?
I'm lying. I can't answer.
Howdy.
Morning, how are you?
Come on in.
There's
Got your.
the clock, Doc.
They're kind of like the paper ones, just a little bit more work.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? I'm sitting in our clock right there.
There it is.
That is the grandfather clock.
All right. So
The 1985 Howard Miller.
Yeah, I think I saw a tree fall on it, right?
Yes.
Well, the tree fell on the house.
Almost. I should say.
And
The biggest impact was just the other side of this wall.
Gotcha.
And
he got both panels off.
the pendulum was knocked off
Okay.
and it was going like this. Okay, really
Started
fast.
spinning and spinning
When the
and
weight
spinning.
goes down,
And it's
then slow it.
Right.
And every 15 minutes, blah, 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 blah. I
All
tried
right.
to turn
We are on.
the thing off, and this had no control at all of turning the.
Okay. Yeah. I think I saw it's about like 20 years ago. Was the last time I service.
This is a 36-year-old clock, so I don't.
No, when your dad died.
Yeah, that was.
That's 1 year ago.
All right, he's winding the clock.
Never had this before.
Huh?
Oh, it's ticking.
You said the last time.
It's ticking.
Yeah.
All right.
When it was brought here.
Yeah.
All right. Let me go and pop out the mechanism and see what's going on.
Okay.
Haven't heard that chime in a while.
You're right. I don't know
We
if
have,
they'll cast any light on there for
We
you.
have a person here who loves grandfather clocks. So he's gonna-
I'm a very clock I don't own like my own grandfather clock, but I love clocks. That is. I want to hear it chime at 11:30 from here. And there goes. At least he's winding the thing.
The other thing when.
Oh, the weight.
was
Oh
certified-
no! He's taking the weights out.
This supposedly had some kind of mechanism that you couldn't overwind it.
Yeah. This is made by AJ King, the mechanism.
Yeah, that never.
Really?
Because you could overwind it.
Well,
And then what I would do is I'd have
It's not chiming because there's no weight.
Yeah, I'd have to put weight on.
That's why.
Huh?
No, it wasn't
Be
chiming.
quiet. Like a dumb stomp.
Alright.
I'd have to put pressure on the weights and pull them down to get it started, and then after that it was okay. So
yeah. So
now we don't fully wind it. That's.
Yeah, so what it is doing is this mechanism has locks built in, but
Yeah.
this has two seat boards, so to speak. So the seat board is what it sits on. There's
Okay.
another one down here. So it's hitting that before it hits the lock. That's why. So it kind of jam up in a little bit, which is why
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say if you're in there, maybe I don't know if you can fix it.
that'll be just part of the case construction. Honestly, there's
Okay.
not really a lot I can do. I mean,
Oh, there
could
goes the
mess with the
9:30.
length of cabling, but that gets really iffy if it's gonna work or not. Right?
Okay.
Did you mention the inability to change the chimes?
Yeah, it said that they're jammed
Oh,
up.
he just told you that? Okay.
They kind of change the time.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
taking the face off?
Taking the whole thing out.
Oh wow, I would love to see that.
Well, you can see it, so where Grandpa is, and you'll get
All
a good,
right, I'm gonna move over
you'll
here.
get a good view. You're gonna be observed. We maybe have a future clock here.
I would be the owner of this clock in the will. So
When's that gonna happen?
I don't know. In about 10 years. I'm kidding.
Does it give you a disc?
All right, here's the clock. I have never seen this clock torn apart before.
Neither have I.
Wow.
Don't get any ideas.
Here's
Yeah, you don't want to do this unless you really know how to do it.
Well, watch. You can watch.
the inside of the Ooh,
Took the face off, see?
he took the face off,
Yeah.
and I'd love to see that. I would love to try to do this. Here's the clock without the face on it. Yep. That's what the clock.
I bought some.
That's what the clock looks like without the face on it. Which
They
is
like
pretty
them,
cool, isn't it?
Syringes with oil in them
Yeah.
for that.
Oil pens.
Yeah, should I
Yeah.
have to take the face off to do a good oiling on it or not?
Well, it's kind of a mixed
I got the
bag
guy's using
because,
his phone to light the.
Quite.
Because you can put oil in there, but over time, no matter how clean your house is, it builds debris.
Yeah.
And that's just from the mechanism breaking down.
Yeah.
So if you don't clean that out first before you put the oil in, you just flush it right back into the drain. So
Yep.
it's a mixed bag.
Understand.
Haven't heard that chime in a whopping 9 months. Maybe we can hear the other side.
The company that they had to do a mitigation because we had so much water come through the roof.
Oh yeah, the mitigation series. I forgot about that.
And they moved the clock into the kitchen. And they tore the floor up and the drywall off and all that stuff. And they had it behind a plastic screen.
Here's the
which in the
side.
kitchen, They covered it, but
gotta do
everything
it
had
socially
this white
distanced.
dust all over it when they were done.
Right, which isn't necessarily going to help.
And then when they put the floor down in the kitchen, they moved it and set it in the dining room over here, where the dining room table was.
Wait, where'd
And
you
we
put
finally
the?
had it moved over here, which was its original spot.
Right.
Where did you put the hands?
But in my toolbox.
Where did you put them?
In my toolbox.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of issues. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to be honest with you about what I'm saying. I'm going to give you a few options, and you tell me what you want, and I'm hourly, so I don't care what you choose.
Okay.
Your selector bar is completely broken, meaning that the chimes just aren't going to be functional. Well, they can't be changed. I can manually set it right now like that, but they may slip, and there's no way to change it. These two bars are connected, and this is completely broken. There are replacement parts of that. Beyond that, though, it hasn't been serviced in 20 years.
Say that again. The clock cannot chime?
It will chime, but it can't be changed if it chimes. So the selector bar can't. This is broken completely. This is what helps change the chimes and keep them in place.
Correct.
That's completely broken off.
And it's not replaceable.
No. There's bigger issues than that, though.
Oh.
And I'm telling you this just because I'm being honest with you.
Sure.
It hasn't been serviced in 20 years either. Well, every 5 and cleaning. But what happens over time is as the weight pulls down and you pull these, all the gears they get pulled down too. It's gravity what powers these. So over time, all these little dots all over the mechanism, those dig a channel down as they grind away for 30 years. So gears just start kind of moving around as they kind of float in there, and it's pretty rough. I'm seeing all of them moving around in some form or another. So it's not a lot of movement. Those teeth are tiny, so some are sitting to be close, some are completely shut now. So option one is we can certainly just leave it as it is. I can do what I can to get it started, but I won't clean or oil it. If you want me to do that, it's just more of a plus tax. That's just a cover of time and then just me trying to get it going for you. If I do that though, I can set the times to something, but I can't guarantee they're even going to stay there, and I can't guarantee the clock's going to run.
That option's out.
Option two is also kind of out. The clean and oil, it's only going to make it worse. The reason is if I clean out those deposits like this black ring right there, that's kind of bracing it in place right now. If I clean that out, it's just going to have even more room to flop around it. So I'll do it if you want me to, but again, I can't guarantee it's going to run, and I don't really want to try to do that much money to do something that might not work. Option three, I'm going to call it the investment option. Like I said, this is made by AJ Kinninger. They're still being produced today, but they are expensive, but they are replaceable. In a situation like this, with this much wear and tear and the broken pieces, we just cycle this part out and put a brand new part in. They are $780 plus tax though for just the part. Around a $2,500 clock or something similar to that. So if you want it done, there's no pressure. Again, it's your choice. It doesn't matter to me. That 240 plus tax quote we gave you, in this case, would cover the trips back and forth and all the labor. It covers everything but the cost of the part. We would take that today. The 780 plus tax then we do when we come back. It takes about 8 to 10 weeks. Reason is it takes 6 to 7 weeks just to get the part from Germany before we even can test it. Once we get it in, we test it for a couple weeks to make sure it's working correctly, and then we bring it back out from there. It's a brand new part though. So all in, you're looking probably around 1100, but that's typical for this age group. They typically last around 35 years before they need a replacement anyways. It's not like some ones where I have where it's only 10 years old and it's just completely broken. So again, though, it's your clock. You tell me what you want done with it, and I'll do what I can, obviously. But I'd just rather you kind of know what the situation is with it and go from there.
Well, option 1 or 2 are stupid,
The last stuff.
so it's gotta be 3.
Yeah, and you know, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be doom and
Do you
gloom.
fix this one or do you replace it?
We just completely get rid of this one.
So you get a whole new mechanism.
So I would take this with me, the weights and the pendulum. I'll take those 3 pieces with me. That way, when we get the new part in, we test it with your equipment so that we can regulate it.
So we would get back our original pendulum and weight.
Yeah, and you can sort of have this back too if you want it. We just recycle it though.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you want it back though, I'll put a note on it that you want it. But yeah, this entire piece and all of these are replaced with brand new stuff. So the entire engine, so to speak, is new.
That's the only option we have
To make it work again.
to make it work again, and it would continue to work again. The other ones, it could.
The other ones, it might limp along for a little bit, but
Yeah, understand.
it wouldn't be much if I had to guess, just based on what I'm saying here.
All right.
But yeah, the new ones last around 35 years with servicing every 5. I'm surprised it's got that far, to be honest. So you might want to buy a lotto ticket or something.
No, somebody already won that big one.
Hey, not us, right?
You, we're gonna go with that third one.
Okay.
What I need you to do, I mean, you know, business wise it's us and you, but we have an insurance claim on this. Okay, so I need you to write something up about, you know, you have to replace the.
Well, I can give you a full receipt. I'll give
like
you.
a quote that I can send to the insurance.
Yeah, I'll give you the exact numbers of what the new clock would cost with this
Yeah.
new part. I can put all that on there. That's no problem. I can give you exact numbers too.
Good.
You know, we're not like contractors where it's A
Yeah,
to C.
yeah.
The nice thing about this is, even though we're expensive, is we know exactly how much it is because the Germans like to tell us exactly how much they want to charge us.
Yeah.
So
Can you write it up so it's like damage to clock from whatever?
it doesn't matter. Yeah, write whatever you want.
Okay, good.
Damage from tree impacts. You want me to write that down?
Yeah.
Just damage.
Damage from
to-
urinating tree.
That's all.
Because it's not technically wrong because it did
Yeah.
break a couple parts
Yeah.
off. So yeah, no, that's just fine. All right, give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna take this out and what's the pendulum? If you don't mind?
Oh, it's over here. It's on
Oh,
the
okay,
dining room
yeah,
table.
just I'll grab that in a second. Okay. Yeah, sorry, not to be doom and gloom. I don't want to.
Well, no, we want to hear it like it is, you know, like you said, from the time the clock was brought here, which was in 1999.
22 years then.
It has not been serviced because it's been running okay.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean, you guys are the majority in that. Most people don't realize they need to be done.
Yeah.
And like I said, even if you had it serviced, it would be close to this issue anyways.
so it's got a
Yeah, I
kind
mean,
of an expiration date.
yeah, I mean, I work in clocks from the 1600s, 1700s, and like even those clocks every 20 years need to be fixed again. So it doesn't matter how old or how new the clock is. They're like cars. They break down.
Yeah.
I think I oiled it once and all that time, and I didn't do a good job because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, like I said, unless you really.
I had no direction. I was looking for
Maybe
moving parts.
he can show you even on this.
Yeah, but I got a thing. They talk about the heating is the pinions. And that's what I'm saying. If I could see the pinions, you see from the front here.
Yeah,
I just
unfortunately.
asked them that if I have to take the face off.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just want to show you.
Oh yeah. Oil it.
That way you'll know, is this even
Yeah, so
good for it?
we use something similar. I mean, mine's just a little bit bigger just because I use it
Okay.
a lot more. But
Okay.
the issue with those comes from if you don't
Gotta find the exact spot to do it.
you need to clean it out first too, because otherwise, like these black lines, that's get pushed back into it, and that creates sandpaper.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
You certainly
They don't tell you
can.
that.
What do you guys charge just to clean an oil?
That 240 plus tax will cover either everything I can do in the house or the trips back and forth. It's either or. So, So it would be the same amount effectively.
And how often do you recommend doing it?
5 years.
Manufacturer says 2, we say 5. 2 years will certainly do it that often if you want us to,
Yeah.
but there's not really a lot of buildup and the oil's still nice and thick at that point, so it just doesn't really need to be done yet. But if you want it done that often, we certainly wouldn't say no.
Sure.
We also just don't want you to waste your money.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a business, but we're not trying to swindle people
Yeah,
either. You know?
yeah.
We've been open since 1953 for a reason.
What, the Suburban?
Yep.
I've actually been to your clock store around 8 years ago. Yeah,
About that, yeah.
around that time.
It's a really neat little shop. There's not a lot of
Yeah.
places like it anymore.
Well, there's not much to that, is it?
Well, there is inside of all that though.
Huh?
It's interesting in there.
I know, I mean, that's.
There's
want
someone's
this part
on
back?
this stream.
Pardon me?
Did you want the
Yeah.
And what?
The part back.
Yeah, you can.
We usually recycle it, if you want back, I mean,
Yeah.
No, we'll keep it.
ain't no skin off our back.
Somebody might play with it, you know?
Well, we'll learn from it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just give you an idea of what's going on the inside.
And you said what, 8 to 10 weeks?
Right about, yeah, and the majority of that is just waiting for it to get imported.
Sure, sure.
It used to be about 5 or 6, but current world situation
Yes,
aside.
yes.
Um,
So we just wait to hear from you guys? Or-
Yeah, so as soon as it's done and ready, we'll give you a call. Because once we get in, we'll
Oh,
set it
wow.
up, regulate it, and then give you a call once it's about.
This comes from Germany?
Yep,
Wait a
it's
minute,
made by the
this is
exact same
for
company, AJ Commuter. So it's
The movement.
functionally it's gonna be identical. It'll have the same noise, same melodies. It'll last a week. It'll do all the exact same things.
I'm gonna get a box for you to set that in.
Oh, I have stuff in the car. You're
So
just
Howard Miller buys that mechanism and puts it in this gap.
all of them did, yeah. So we import from Ergus, Hermla, and AJ Commuter.
Okay.
So
It's pronounced Hermla?
Yep.
Oh, I've always been pronouncing it Hermely. With
some people do. Just depends
Yeah,
on how
I-
you pronounce it, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have equipment.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, though.
Uh-huh, sure.
bringing that movement out in the cold. What is that? My Christmas present? The movement?
Well, later, they have to take it to the shop. They're gonna order a brand new one because he says this is in bad shape. So it would have gone anyway because of its age. But they want to keep it. I don't know why. What did he say? They're gonna order one new, and then when it comes, they're going to pit it against this one to make sure that all runs the same. Is that what he was saying?
Put our.
Look how
ours,
broken the clock is. It's like,
the weights and the chains and all that on the new mechanism, make sure they.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Might be taking the open.
look at this. This is
That's a clock without just the case.
it's clock. It's the clock without anything besides the chime rods. That's it.
Yeah.
Look at how broken this is. Look how faceless. Look how. Nobody's chatting. Say something, person that's here.
Well, Alex,
Get my exercise in today.
Yeah, right.
We'll also clean and polish these up as much as we can. Too,
Wonderful.
so that's just part of what we do there. So.
Yeah, there's the
These are
945.
Good. So I don't think there'll be any issue getting any of that stuff off. There's a couple of fingerprints on it.
I saw some fingerprints on the pendulum too. I think that might have been from when,
Yeah.
it was laying in the bottom of the clock and we took it out.
Yeah, and we'll get that off if we can.
We
If they've
can.
already set too much,
Uh.
they might be on there, but we'll do what we can to get them
Okay.
off too. Typically, as long as they haven't started trimming color yet, they should.
No,
be
they
off.
haven't.
Great clock though.
It is.
Yeah.
Tis a wonderful.
I'll get the
So will you
dog
be
for
back today or?
No. We won't.
Sorry, thank you.
Sure. Those are neat, overshoes.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Clock will be fixed for 8 to 10 weeks.
Oh
They
wow!
gotta get a new
you know what?
thing
Maybe I
from
can
Germany.
maybe I can give you another invitation for Christmas next year and then come see the clock work.
No, 8 to 10 weeks is gonna be, it's not gonna be that long, maybe.
I gotta look up 8 weeks from now.
You know what? Winter will almost be over.
Right.
It'll be March 20th, 8 weeks, and then 10 weeks
The
is
Indians will be
April.
playing spring ball.
April
Out in Tucson.
April 3rd, maybe.
All of that mechanism is coming from Germany. So they have to
All
order
right,
it.
so March, April is when.
Yeah, around there. Around there sometime. Yeah.
I saw that your company was on a show on Channel 8
Oh, really?
a couple months back, whenever this happened. And
Oh, I knew about this place.
they were talking about
I've been there.
Grocery store
That's
over
right.
where
Did
you
you
had
go-
all the different
Yeah.
clocks.
Going through it.
And it's a fixed grandfather clock, so I wrote it down because I was trying to figure out where do I go to get this fixed, you know?
There's
And-
not a lot of us left. I mean,
Yeah,
we're one of the last.
Will
brick
he
and
be
mortar
back
stores,
with
I
the
know
movement
that.
today?
but it said
When's
on
that
the
gonna be?
show that you guys
8 to 10
repaired the
weeks.
clock down.
Oh no, not
When he
until
comes
March.
back.
Are you?
When he comes
Huh?
We
back.
go all. I mean, we do anything from pocket watches to tower clocks. So I think we're still currently the world's biggest.
Yeah, that was
importer.
it. I think we were Cleveland State too. Doing Tower of Cleveland State.
We do them. We do Lakewood clocks. We do a lot of bank clocks. We do all kinds of fun stuff.
So where did you learn your trade?
An apprenticeship at the shop. So I learned right
Really?
through them. The nice thing about people who've been doing it for 5 decades is that
Sure,
they know everything
sure,
about everything.
sure.
So, it really
1953, you said.
That's when the shop
That's
opened.
68 years.
The shop opens, yeah.
So this is pretty much empty. So if you wanted to get into it, clean it or do anything like
Okay.
that, just biggest thing to watch out for is just watch the chime rods. Those
Yeah.
they take 2 guys with a blowtorch to fix them.
Oh,
That's
really?
serious. So.
Really? And
Careful
these,
around
are
this.
these in good shape?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
The
They either-
impact didn't.
The urinating tree
The
impacted
nice
them.
thing about chime rods is either they are working or they're broken.
Oh.
There is no in between at all.
Okay.
Those look just fine. Let me write you up a receipt.
Nobody's.
That 240 plus tax today, like double cover both trips and the labor. So the only thing that'll be due when we come back is just the mechanism.
Okay, and that's due today, that part?
The 240 plus tax is due today, yes.
Guy that's in here. Say something.
And that comes off the 1100 or
Yeah. So that's the 780 plus the 240. And
Oh, somebody's watching this.
I love your floor, by the way. That was like the
Yeah, this is brand new.
this was all carpeted and that was
This is just new, everything
This is
here
all
is
new.
new.
Yep.
all the drywall, everything. The only thing that was salvaged was the beams.
It's still in good condition
And
then.
they fought us on that. They didn't want
Let's do
to
that.
put them back up, but I haven't made them do it.
Probably easier for them not to, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the total for today will be $259.20, and that goes to Suburban Clock.
259.20.
Yes, don't pay.
$2.59 and 20 millicents.
Today is the 23rd.
I mean, $259 and 20 cents for the
How would you like me to phrase the tree damage? You tell me, and I'll write down exactly as you want me to.
tree
Just say damage. Just damage.
Clock damage due to the tree.
Lock damage.
due to urinating tree.
Yeah, tree impact.
Tree.
I can put clock mechanism damage due to tree impact.
That's,
How about
Due
that?
to-
that's perfect.
Tree impact. I know there's like 4 holes in the ceiling. The water was pouring out like crazy. It was a big tree. It took a crane to get it off the roof.
Suburban Clock is your, what's your name?
Yeah, the repair you don't really get on there. Suburban Clock is just fine. So I put clock mechanism damage due to tree impacts.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it's not mine, so
That's
Yeah.
it.
I can
It's-
easily tell them. Yep.
Sure.
So I'm gonna write all the exact numbers on here for you as well.
Okay, my mic is on. If somebody's watching this.
I'm saying this 259. This represents so far at this point what?
The 259 trip will cover today's trip, the trip to bring it back out, and all the labor on the mechanism.
Okay.
So the only thing that's due when we come back is just the cost of the part itself. So that's just how we split it up.
Okay.
And kind of acts as a down payment, so to speak.
Yeah.
We've unfortunately had people who made us take their stuff and never call us back again.
Oh.
$1,000 part just sitting in the shop. Yeah, and they're going from anywhere from about $400 to about $2,200 for new mechanism. So I mean they're all expensive, but please don't buy the $2,200 mechanism box.
Probably no better than the
$2,200
They're
man.
massive and they're just the worst pain. Each of the weight is 27 pounds or more.
Wouldn't you need a bigger case?
Oh, it's twice the size.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah, I've seen some of those huge clocks. You need a huge place.
It's usually like golf clubs and stuff like that. Yeah. And every time I get a call for like a country club, I'm like, oh no.
Oh no. There's a clock down.
Yeah.
That's a man reference. That's a man reference right
The
there.
thing's on Painesville actually is 14 feet tall, 3 feet wide.
Instead of man, it's
You need a
clock.
ladder just to get up to it. I walked in and I kept going. And it's just like, I can't do anything about this. It was from like the mid 1700s. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Did you ever
This
see
is from 85, correct?
No, not yet.
Jefferson's? He does the thing with cannonballs.
Oh,
Instead of
Oh, yeah, man. Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. Okay.
that's awesome.
And they take care of the
Cannonballs,
time, the
they
date, the
are-
month, and it's got it all synchronized. But you have to reset it every week.
Right,
Put your cannonballs back up.
right.
That's a 7-day
It's all
clock.
lightning.
That,
It's
those,
neat though, it really is.
yeah, those old trains are really cool. Thank you. I'll write that down here for you.
All right.
All right, and I see a signature from one of you guys. Doesn't matter who.
How's it?
Let's run through this one right here. So you pay with your check labor, you pick up delivery and your labor, all come under that. Right there.
I'm not the one
Uh,
paying
but
for
we
this, so I
mentioned
can't
70
sign it.
tax, which will be that 842.40 after tax. That's the exact number when we come back. That will not change.
259.20 is
Then
the.
put clock damage due to impact. So,
Wonderful.
and then signature anywhere at the bottom. It doesn't have to be on a line, just somewhere.
Imagine me doing this
We're
for.
not picky.
For
I'm gonna
8
stop
to
Thursday
10
Monday
weeks.
morning. I might be able to get back there today.
So that's
We're in
gonna be
Pennsylvania at that.
It is what it is.
And what is your name?
Mike.
Mike, and will you be the one kind of supervising all this happening, or is it a
I'm the
team?
only one currently. So we have a couple other grandfather guys, but they work on our overhauling department.
Oh, okay.
When the clock isn't available new, we have to overhaul it. So
There was another guy named Mike I talked to, right?
yeah, that's Big Mike. Big Mike runs the front counter.
Oh.
Okay.
There used to be a third Mike that looked exactly like me, dressed pretty much the same, and also did what I did. So people get really confused.
Oh,
And be like,
yes.
well, which one?
Yeah.
And nothing is said inherited
I remember
temper.
him saying that. I was talking to
Is that
Mike.
right?
He said, Mike's gonna come out to fix it. I said, there's another Mike. He said,
Are you familiar with now? I almost called it available. Gustav.
Gustav
I have
Holst.
not heard him going out. to
That's a
one couple
classical
years, though.
composer right there.
I've been hearing about him for a couple of years, but no one has ever been. They've always said that he's available.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just had someone a couple of weeks ago who said that he wasn't.
Still not available. I called when it first happened. I called there, and it was just a machine, so I didn't actually talk to him. But he had that old German accent, and but he just said he wasn't making calls for a while. So
Yeah, I think the last time somebody actually talked to him, he was like 17 months behind or something. Like that.
Wow.
Something like that.
What was that?
Yeah, it's one of the screws.
okay, well, Mike, we're going to rely on you to give it a
Yeah,
on the
so
TLC.
What's your last name?
I don't get that out, unfortunately.
Just Mike.
Just Mike.
This is Mike. Mike from Suburban
see,
Farm.
it's just like yours.
It's
Only
like
about-
Jared from Sup.
Only about Shando.
Yeah, it should be me that does everything with the process. I am trained guy, but he's been with us for 10 years. I'm just training to do house calls. So
Just referenced.
everyone is
Jared
trying
from
to use
Subway.
luckily, so no matter who
All right,
does it,
that's-
I'll be the one doing the final inspection regardless.
Okay, we'll probably be back around.
Here, I see.
This is part
Yeah,
one.
it'll
This is
100%
part
be-
one of the process.
And then
This-
you
but
guys
there are
can
two
do
parts
it
to this.
once you come
There's
back out
one-
with the certificate,
It's the first part.
Oh,
And the second
The nice thing
part
about
is
precision machinery
coming
is
in
it
late
doesn't-
March,
it
early
is
April.
made right,
So-
working in the
yeah,
first step,
yeah.
So that's gonna be a while.
Anyways,
There's
I
no
was saying enjoy the
winter.
weather, but it's cold. So
Oh, yeah,
if you don't
right.
have to go outside, try not to.
Right.
All right.
Like I
Alright.
said, by the time the tanks get back, it'll be a little warmer outside.
Let's see. I'm not going to complain
By
about
the
that.
March, probably.
All right. You guys have a wonderful day.
Okay,
Okay.
you too. Thank you.
All right.
If you need anything, just give a shout. I'll be happy.
Will do. Okay, Mike, thank you. Don't slip on that ice. All right.
At least the chime panels.
Talk fast.
We just didn't get Clouseau, did we?
Yeah.
What is that? Pink Panther?
Yeah.
Well.
Inspector
yeah, he's
Clouseau?
There's a couple of movies.
I know that's
He
Peter
said he
Sellers.
learned- I don't know if you heard him. He said he learned as an apprentice at that shop.
Yeah, I heard that
Did you hear
too.
him say that?
Yeah.
And he knew that Gustav guy. And I know he knew him because of what he said.
Well, how big can this?
Yeah, there can't be that many. That's why I thought I'd
I
ask
guess
her.
that's it.
But when he first walked in, my heart kind of fell.
We got
Because
a good distance. I was just gonna call that guy in Hudson.
yeah, yeah.
I just feel better about this.
But when he walked in, I thought, oh, he's too young. I don't want this old German guy who knows clocks. That's all he does.
All he
But-
does is clocks.
Yeah. But
All
after
he does.
started talking, I thought, well, he doesn't seem to know what he's talking about. Well,
See, clock.
maybe it became a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
Yeah, because Jacob can pay for it.
Well, that
Who's
it was
Jacob?
going-
Otherwise, it would have cost us $1,100.
Yeah. Jacob is the man who is our contact with our insurance company, Allstate.
Oh,
They're the ones like this. Under normal,
There.
yeah.
you're in good hands. You're in good hands, everyone. With
Yeah.
Allstate.
Now I have a deal for you.
What?
You gotta uphold your end of the bargain with this.
What's this?
Here's my proposal to you.
What?
That piece that he took away, which is the heart of this clock.
Yeah.
This is what makes the clock
That is the
work.
clock.
It is the
That is-
clock.
What is this?
All
It's
of
just
this
gonna
is
be like,
just decoration.
if I don't steal food tonight, I get the movement. That's literally what it is.
That's it. You got it. You have to promise me and Grandpa and your mom and
I'm
your
not gonna-
dad that they can throw away that lockbox because you are not going to take food that you're not supposed to take. And if you uphold that, then me and Grandpa are going to give you
The old.
that piece, and you can learn everything about a grandfather clock with that. Everything that you ever want to know.
That is a very, very. All right.
Like this
All right.
morning, I was looking for a couple of those cookies. There was probably 20, 25 cookies in that bag. You ate that many cookies. I can't believe it. That was that whole package.
That's the deal. You think about it all day today,
Nobody does that. When you eat
And-
cookies,
and-
you have maybe 4 or 5
Yeah.
cookies.
and you don't have to. You know,
Don't
you
have to
don't
eat them
have
all.
to do that.
I didn't eat my macaroons yet, too.
It's about your brain, training your brain
To not think that way.
to not think that way and to think, you know what? I had 3 or 4 cookies. That's all I need. I could sit here and eat the whole bag, which you just proved to us that you did. But
You know, there's
you know you don't have to do that.
a thing they advertise on TV called Gnome. You've seen that?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not even by.
Oh, Noom. Yes, I've heard of that, but I'm not going to join that because that's not going to help.
Look into it.
Well, maybe this will be the incentive. This, and let me tell you,
There's
that's not
the-
something you can just go buy anywhere. You
I
know
could
that.
just
When
buy
you
a movement on eBay, but yeah. Deal's a deal.
go- All right. Anytime you're going to grab something that you
I'll
know
think
I
about
shouldn't
that.
be eating
I'll
this,
think about that.
You promise us. I'm gonna make up a little
Yeah.
contract that I'm gonna have you sign.
You got to do it like the Declaration of Independence, where
Yeah,
there's
it's gonna be-
there's like a couple words that are capitalized.
Right. We'll do it that way. We'll do it that And when
All
he
right.
brings that back, if you have
One
your
morsel
end
of
the
food that I
bargain,
wasn't supposed to.
then that means you broke the contract.
What's this box under here?
It's just a box. For
The Box by
Christmas,
Roddy
I think
Ricch.
not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before, Scott got us a thing from Harry and David, and it had all those little
David. I'm
cheeses
sorry you had to
and
hear all that.
summer sausage and jellies, and
At least
was
I'll
in
remember
that.
that.
It almost looks like.
looks like a little treasure chest.
All right, here's the result of today.
Oh, hang on.
Here's the result of today, everyone.
I guess I
Look
saw
how
that.
broken this clock is. It has
Yeah,
no
you
face.
saw it. You were there when we opened
Has
it.
no face on it. All we can see is the 12 rods and the chime
You wrote
panels.
this up perfectly, too.
There's one of the screws that goes onto the
Clock mechanism damage due to tree.
due to urinating tree impact.
Okay, this shows what I just gave him a check for, $259.
Yeah, this is the result of today, but come March 20th or whatever, or April 3rd, 8 to 10 weeks, right? This will be fully repaired and
in working order.
Well, it's when I
And in
talk
working
about
order,
that-
correct.
that-
but right now it's just a faceless,
Yeah.
lonely grandfather clock that's about to die at the age of 36.
Well, put this with the, you're gonna need that the next time you talk to Jake.
It's a depressed little grandfather
I'll
clock.
have to email.
It's a depressed grandfather clock. It has no soul. It has no.
This is peanuts.
It's a peanuts.
They paid $65.
Peanuts.
Think about it. It's 89 something. Sure.
All right.
Alex,
Yeah.
take that black mat now and put it
All
inside
right.
the guest closet, please. We're done with it. I didn't know whether he was gonna have a bunch of wrenches and.
face is down there.
He
Yeah,
liked the floor.
Huh?
He liked the floor.
yeah. Put that inside the guest closet on the floor.
That is just amazing me how it's working out. It's all that looking and whatever we did, and they finally, you see this little piece of
I never finally at the point I was
It's
almost.
just quiet and everything, you know, and it came out.
Looks very nice, even with the rug.
Huh?
Even with the rug on top of it. It actually enhances it.
It's a
because it
faceless
gives
grandfather
it some- Oh, I'll never get you to admit it. So what do you think? Was it worth you being here?
Yeah, that was interesting.
It was
What a
interesting.
Christmas present.
I totally agree with you. This has been one
That's almost as good
adventure.
as going to Disney World and seeing Captain Jack Sparrow.
It would have been better if he could have fixed it here and now,
You couldn't really do anything.
but yes.
Yeah,
as
the
he
clock
said-
was damaged enough. You didn't really.
Right,
couldn't really
and
do
as soon as
anything.
He said, I can do this and that, but it's not gonna.
It's not going to be all day. I always thought this was going to be like 5 hours.
Yeah, well, it probably would have been if the damage was something that he could fix here, but if they're gonna give us a whole new innards, it's like we just went out and bought a brand new clock. And you don't buy a brand new clock like this for $1,100.
I don't think when you talk about fixing to run it.
So if I don't
it was,
eat anything I'm not supposed to, I get that movement. So that's what's.
that was-
It's an upcoming video. Let's see the mechanisms.
To the tree. To the clock.
The clock from the tree. Clock would have just ran. You cleaned it, oiled it, and would have been like.
I wish I could have seen the clock just started to run and run. It would be a start St. Michael's Day spectacular, April 6, 2020.
Before we'd have to do what we did now.
Seriously,
We're able to candle
it would have
light
been-
and,
it would have been you should have called me and I would have came
you
over
know what I'm
and
saying?
I would have came over and just watched it.
Conversations.
It was It's a missed opportunity.
What is?
The start St. Michael's Day spectacular.
Well, you'll just maybe you postpone that and
No,
you
no, no,
start
no,
a
no, no,
new
no, no, no.
tradition of when it
No, it
comes
was
back fully fixed. And that's when you start your new tradition.
actually. I'm talking about last year.
Oh, okay. Now
It was a missed opportunity. Like I just see it run and run, and I wouldn't have to stop recording. And
He's talking. You know what he's talking about? Well,
like when the tree
when the tree
hit,
the clock wouldn't
this
stop chiming. He's sorry he missed that.
I missed that opportunity.
said-
That's
I said you would have hated it.
Yeah, it was
I had
driving,
my head under my
it was
pillow.
driving me and Grandma crazy.
yeah, because you
Because all
don't
we
like
heard
the
was the
chimes as
chime.
much as I do.
It was just like one continuous chime.
You would hate it too.
For
After
hours.
a while, after a while, you would have hated it because it just wouldn't stop. Now, what were you telling me? Because I was here getting to it. You were
Saying
talking
that-
about the bill and how
I was saying that if you would have done the first two options, that said to me that there was no damage to the mechanism by the tree.
oh, well, yeah.
Exactly.
But he was
So,
gonna do more.
yeah,
Never
I'm gonna
reattached the
Make
pendulum,
it to probably an hour of this.
That's all I had to do.
which isn't that hard to do.
Which I could have done.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he took those weights, didn't he?
He took the weights. He took the
I
movement. He
could've done
took the
that,
pendulum.
wound the clock and
All
stuff
that's
would work.
left is the rods,
It would've worked when it
the
was
face
okay.
that's down there.
But I'm thinking here we got a chance to.
It's just a broken clock.
Don't
It's
touch
just
it,
a
it's not
very.
my job kind of thing. Let an expert look at it.
It's
Because
basically,
it's a delicate instrument. I mean,
it is.
It's an instrument.
it is.
Well, an instrument is a word that you can use, it's not just a music, there's musical.
There's a musical. It is a
But
musical
this is not-
instrument.
Well,
There's chime. The chimes.
but an instrument, there's medical instruments when they go into the surgical. when
Why do they
somebody's-
refer to them as
When
instruments if
somebody's
all I
getting
can think
surgery
about is
done,
the
all of the things that the
Scalpel.
surgeon uses are called medical instruments, surgical instruments.
Grandpa was an engineer. I used to use instruments all the time.
So the
I
word
used
is
to
not
measure
just,
voltage and current,
right. The word is not just confined to music.
speed, all kinds of stuff we used to measure. And everything we used was called an instrument.
It even has another context. You
When a
could
doctor
say,
takes your blood pressure, that's an instrument.
right, what he's using to take.
a spiel about instruments.
When you see all these people and when they show it on TV, when all these people are in the ICU with the COVID, what do they have
With
around?
the
All these
COVID.
instruments.
I remember 20 years ago when the Browns were in Baltimore.
When they were where?
In Baltimore,
No.
they became the Ravens.
Oh, when they went to Baltimore?
Yeah, but then became the Ravens, and then there was no Browns for 5 years, and then they came back in 1999, and the Ravens were still the football team, but
7-year warning.
7 years. Hey, you got a lesson to learn too.
You know what?
You guys got a lesson to learn too. You gotta do this every 5 years.
Yeah. Nobody ever told us that the clock had to be serviced every 5 years.
Yeah, you have to service it every 5 years.
Now,
At least I know that now.
Grandpa, my dad, I know he used to oil that clock every year because he kept a record of it. Every year.
Goes down the book.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that?
To oil it, whatever.
Like
But
the
in the
Houston
book,
Oilers
It showed that
in the 90s.
anything
They were
oil is-
they were
Oh,
a
okay.
80s 90s football
take it?
team. They
You
were-
gotta take the face off.
It's a soulless clock.
I give
It's
you
a
some
soulless
reason.
clock
I had
now.
one.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
You're
that.
coming from the
Oh.
side, the pins are in front. I
That's
didn't.
what I thought. Even I looked at it a couple times and I'll just order.
What do you?
Oil.
What time is
I
it?
couldn't
10,
figure out how
10.
to do it. And I
And
knew.
you take the face off, it's
I
right there.
knew about the, because I think my dad told me, he says, picture those little gears.
Did he take the face off?
I don't know, maybe
He did.
you mean my dad.
Yeah.
Maybe he must have. Because how did he do it?
I don't know.
I've never seen the inside of the clock like that before.
And I watched that.
You watched it on.
I watched 2 or 3 videos on YouTube, but I didn't see anybody take a face off.
I don't know.
Or maybe
Wait,
they might
you
have
watch
had a
clock
face
videos on YouTube?
off, and they showed the pinion,
Hold
or they showed the mechanism. The guy doing it. I'm thinking,
hold the phone.
well, that was part of it. He was doing that on a bench, so he had taken the whole thing out. And I'm thinking, well, how did? I'm not gonna do that.
Hold the phone. You've watched clock videos on YouTube.
And he didn't call you to say, come on over.
Come on over. We're watching clock videos on YouTube.
They had a good one. And let's see if I can pull it up for you. It's the last one. Lincoln Project guys did. It says by the numbers, and there's no dialogue at all. It's pictures of him, and then it's all the stuff he screwed up, like 4,000 people dead.
Mm.
This happened. I mean, it just goes on. It's like
2 million people are dead now.
and it just is by the numbers.
And there's about to be 100 million COVID cases
Yeah.
around the world.
It's like they're not sure what this
No, this
the
is.
mutation is. Might start all over.
Yeah.
Don't like living like this. It's double world.
Wash your hands a lot.
I gotta fix that shit.
Wear your mask. Didn't really have to do that.
Yeah.
I won't get the virus.
No, everybody.
I know that
Say won't get the
I know that people have said that they I know they've said that they will get it, but
your dad would have never left it like that. You can say it.
I'm just saying that it's a likely chance. It's a likely chance that I won't get it.
Yeah, that's not something you can just
You
get
got
up
the
and
ladder
get
right there.
Yeah, there's a likely chance that I will not get this virus.
Well, there is, but I don't want you to get it, period. And so the way to do
It
that
won't
is
kill me.
Those dead people are saying if they could talk. I didn't think it would kill me.
I feel fine.
Good.
I feel fine. I will.
Stay that way.
People have recovered.
Some people have recovered, and some people have recovered in that they didn't die, but now they have problems.
Their body's got problems.
They can't breathe good. There's scar tissue on their lungs.
You know who has that? It's Miles Garrett. Is that his name?
Yeah, he's the defensive end.
Did you see him during the playoffs and stuff? He can't breathe. He had it, and it affected his lungs, and he got over it, but now he can't breathe.
And that
So they have to take him out of the game all the time because he runs out of breath.
That happens with a lot of young people too.
He's young.
Yeah,
He's 20s.
he's young. And a lot of young people think, oh well, I'll be sick for a while and then I'll recover and I'll be fine. But that's not always the case. You're sick for a while and you recover, but you're not back like you were before because of the lung problems and some people have heart problems too. So you do as best you can to avoid catching it.
This road still.
It's still different color.
Yeah.
Sun brightened up out there and it's different.
A different angle, I guess. Maybe I don't know. It's dark here.
Yeah.
It's probably the way it was folded.
I don't think it's what it's
And
for.
the way the nap is.
I think it's-
Combination.
I think it's the way the nap is.
Yeah, but why is it such big spots if it wasn't?
So Alex is gonna make a deal with us.
I already did.
We're solving two problems with one, huh?
What's the second problem?
Well, there really isn't a second.
My weight?
That will happen automatically. Do you want to know if you stick to this like you're gonna bet, you better, or you don't get the mechanism?
Yeah.
That's the second, not a problem, but benefit. You watch. In fact, when you go home, do you have a scale at your house?
Yeah.
Take your weight. You don't have to tell anybody. Keep it up here in your head. And when you start doing what you promising you're gonna do, not steal food, just eat the portions that your mom and dad and those of us that love you tell you are good portions, you are going to be losing weight automatically.
And you don't snitch.
Well, if you snitch, your body will know.
You know what snitching means?
Telling off the other person, right?
No.
Well,
That's
that
what you
too.
did with the cookies. You snitched them.
You mean you snatched them?
Snatched them? Yeah, you snatched them. You took them without anybody knowing. But anyway,
Snitching is a completely different thing. Anyway.
benefit. And if you start doing this and you lose like around 2 pounds a week, that's about.
I'm fine with
2 pounds a week is a good barometer for you to go with.
2 pounds a week.
Or is it a month? I think it's a week. We have to do the rest of these.
I know. I'm looking at that.
Me too. I just looked at that and thought,
That's the porch light.
why is that still uncovered? And the other one on the other side, the dining room.
All the lower ones. You know, one's not. There's one down
Maybe
here.
while Alex is here.
One over there.
Oh boy, you're gonna make me lift stuff? Oh boy.
What?
It's two. There's electrical involved.
Okay.
You just don't throw a cover back on you because the way they did it. I have to cut drywall and I have to move the thing before I can put the cover on. Because they didn't do that right either.
What did you do? What's going on? I don't understand.
What they should have done was turn the breaker off. When they took the plates off, they should loosened up the switch or plug, whatever, and pulled it out from the wall and pushed it through the hole that they cut for the drywall and let it hang. And then, because those things are supposed to be mounted on top of the drywall, what they did was they mounted and then put the drywall over them. Backwards. I'm going to cut it out, try to bring it out. And now it doesn't sit right in the box. I mean, it was before it was stable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way your dad did it. I put those in there after your dad did the drywall. So it's,
Confused to Hank Aaron as well. There's a couple baseball legends that died this month. Tommy Lasorda died. Hank Aaron. Where's some other ones? Don Sutton. He also died. That's baseball. This is baseball.
Yeah, Don Sutton died.
Don's. Did he have?
Hank Aaron just died.
Yeah, Larry King did too.
Larry King?
Last night.
Yeah, he died this morning. Don Sutton died on the 18th. So.
Larry King was 87, they said.
Yeah.
He was a Dodgers fan.
Who, Larry King?
When the Dodgers were on the World Series, he was sitting right in the front row.
Really?
They had the best seats in the house.
At least they won the series before he died. So did Lasorda. His couple football stars, the Browns tackle, what's his name? Tony Jones, he also died last night. I don't even know how.
Walgreens, it says prescription.
Let's see how Don Sutton died.
That's another thing. Whose prescription?
Yeah.
What is?
He had cancer.
They just give you this. But I called there and I can do that. There's 2 prescriptions for Randy, which means the
2 prescriptions for Randy, and we've reached the 1 hour point.
I was gonna have some cookies to tide me over, but there aren't no cookies to be eaten.
There's
Somebody ate all the cookies.
there's the ones over there, the ones in the yellow bag, the ones in the yellow container.
Huh?
The ones in the yellow container.
Thought you ate those too.
No, I didn't.
Those are coconut.
Do you not like that?
I like coconut.
You can have that.
Oh, thank you.
See, I left a little something for you.
You let me have my own.
You can have your coconut cookies.
That's only because you don't like coconut.
Exactly. I was practically having Oreos.
You should let me have my own cookies. That's nice.
You can have your coconut cookies.
Well, are you glad you were here for that?
Very. That was very interesting.
The other thing, I went to get my juice last night to take my pills, and there was an empty pitcher in the icebox.
There was a little bit left.
No, there wasn't a little bit.
There was a little bit left. They left it. I left a sliver. Yeah, it was thirsty last night. Yeah, I've been doing this for the past hour. So I'm not gonna end it. I'm probably gonna keep it on. I guess that's right. Alright, so here's the result of today. What's going on today? This is the result of today. There's the clock has no faces. Actually, it's down here. I don't know if you can see it. But the face isn't up here anymore. Oh, the model number is 610274. The movement number is 3,540,300. Serial number 5020019. Lot of info 610274. That's what I should be. I don't know where 436,882 comes from. Is that the?
What's that number?
That's on the. That's
Serial
what's
number?
in. No, it's not the serial number. Let's see. The serial number actually 436,882 is actually on the other side of this.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know where that number is. It's.
All right, I don't want you going in there because this dial, this face,
Yeah.
is not being replaced. So that's the one that's going to go back on when he puts it all together.
All right.
So we don't want to damage that or anything because it is not included in repairs.
Okay.
Do not open it. Can I trust you to leave that key there?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to trust you. You tell me you're going to not touch it?
Yeah,
believe
you
it.
gotta.
I want to trust you. So I'm going to leave the key. When you were little, I had to hide the key because I was afraid to go in and break something.
I wouldn't.
Which you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did that.
When?
You did the chimes thing.
No, I
Remember?
did not. The tree did that.
No.
No, the tree did that. The tree did that. The tree did that.
We couldn't change the chimes from when? When did we lose the ability to put different chimes on that car?
I don't know.
It was before the tree.
I don't remember doing a single thing about that chime. I did not change the dial at all.
Look at me. You did.
When?
I wouldn't. Well,
Did you witness it?
I didn't witness it, but I know it was before the tree because
It
the
wasn't.
tree was in April. And we have been unable to change the times a good year, maybe 2.
5 years actually.
Before that.
Yeah, I remember, but I don't remember changing the dial or anything.
Whatever you did, that little mechanism broke, and we were unable to fix it. And I knew. Did you hear? Did you hear? It's $250 just to have that guy walk in the door. That includes you got to pay for his for him getting from his shop to here and here back to his shop. They charge you for all that. That doesn't even include any work. That just means, all right, I'm here. You owe me money for me getting here, and you're going to owe me money for me getting back to my shop. That's how the world works. Then he comes in and he tells you what the actual damage is, and you pay for that. And then you pay not only for the guy who's standing there doing the repairs, but you pay for the parts. They're not given the parts, these parts that are coming from Germany. Somebody's got to pay for that too. So you see how expensive things can be? That's why you handle things carefully, because it costs a lot of money for repairs. Certain things more than others. This a lot because it's a special clock. It's a special thing. And so you pay more money because people have, it's not something that just me or you could just say, oh, it's broke, I'll fix it. Go out with a screwdriver. No, you got to have special knowledge and you got to know what you're doing. So
8 weeks from now is March 20th.
I think it's going to be a little more than 8 weeks, and I'll tell you why. He kind of hinted at it. He said it used to be sooner, not so long, but with COVID, because it's in Germany and everywhere else too, the place that makes these mechanisms, they may be shut down for a while because of COVID. Like here in the United States, a lot of places. Do you know everything, almost everything that we had, that's why it took so long for this house to be put back to normal, because anything that we had to buy, the new floor, usually you just go to the store and buy the floor.
Uh-huh.
The store didn't have enough boxes to do this whole floor, because the people they get the floor from, that factory was shut down for a while. The drywall, which is, you know what drywall is? You remember when you came in and you could see the boards on the walls? And they had to put up what they call drywall, which is this that gets the paint.
Yeah.
Had to wait for that extra time. They had trouble getting drywall. They had trouble getting the baseboards. They had trouble getting just about everything that had to be ordered new. If it generally would take a 2-week wait, it took a 4-week wait. Because the whole world is kind of in a not recovered.
There's a 10:30.
Trying to decide if I should go to Aldi's.
You should. Anyways, a few chimathons have been canceled due to this. Return of the chimathons. I thought this would revolution. I thought the clock would be back to normal today, but that happened.
Didn't happen.
And the Whittington chimathon's been canceled. So those two are canceled, plus the daylight savings as well. Actually, I can still do the Whittington chimathon, but it'd have to be on the other clock. And the daylight savings time, that's also gonna be over there if that happens. A couple chimathons are gonna be canceled, but maybe something at Easter. What's Easter this year? The April 4th? Easter is April 4th, correct? Easter is April 4th. So that's going to. Nobody's chatting. Nobody. Somebody stuck around through the whole thing. At least somebody did. Um, Nobody wants to chat in or say something? Because I know somebody's watching this. It'd be appreciated if I knew who that was. So, yeah. Chat in if you're not shy or anything. Who is in the stream? It's probably Timothy. If I could ask him. Chat in whoever's in the stream. I don't know who. There's the lone person in here who says participants. Me. Wait. Am I the only person in this stream? Oh, somebody's in. Somebody's in. Oh, hello. Okay, somebody's in this live stream. It's Timothy. I texted him. He's watching the stream. He's nothing's really going on. Just you got to watch the whole thing to get the context of what's going on. But I think that one person was me. So nobody was watching the stream when I can look at the participants now. Yeah, that one person was me. Never mind. Hello. Just here's the um. Nobody wants to watch this stream, huh? That sucks. I mean, I thought this was gonna be a historic day, but that's gonna come up in around springtime. So the um. All right, so terrible news for those ambitious to see the chimes again. The Whittington Chimathon has been canceled. Actually, not really canceled. It's just going to be on the other clock there, the other chime and clock in the house. Um, along with the daylight savings time. And the movement is supposed to be around. Alright, so what they had to do is they had to take the movement to the shop and they'd have to repair it. No, they'd have to replace it. Here is the aftermath. There's a screw down there. There's the screw that connects the chimes together. Well, the rods are still going to be the rods, and the chimes are going to still chime the same. But I don't even know how this new movement is going to be. There's no pendulum yet, but the face is actually down here, if you can see it. This clock is, I could have live streamed this on my phone, but, this is the best I got. But this is the aftermath of today. You got a webcam signature Siamese cat. Congratulations. So you have Thaddeus. Congratulations. You have Thaddeus. I don't have any signatures. So no, I'm sorry, I didn't see your chat until just now. Congratulations on getting your signature. You got Thaddeus, the Siamese cat. That screw is supposed to bind it's supposed to get this clock is supposed to get a makeover, actually. That's why it has no it's a faceless, soulless clock. Oh, you're welcome. You're like the only person that's watching the stream, which is good, I guess. Just for views, you got one person that's watching this. There's no clock in it. Exactly. The face and the movement has been removed. The only thing that's standing here are the chime rods, and the face is all the way down there. Yeah, that's literally what's. Yeah, the clock is it's just torn apart, pretty much. But the clock has been battered by injuries for around 5 years now. So yeah, this clock is 36 years old. So pretty much 36. I don't know what specific day it could say here. Please refer to these numbers when requesting parts or services. It's at the bottom. The model is 610-274 354-030027. That's the movement number. The dial number is 270-1970. Pendulum is 2800-280. Weight shell 3. It doesn't say the day. The date. $40C. Maybe. Yeah, the clock. Yeah, there's no clock face here. You can see the rods. See the rods better. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. It's just a little it's gonna take a while for the clock to come back to normal, but um, rest in peace to Larry King, Hank Aaron, Don Sutton, Tommy Lasorda that died a few weeks ago. He died 2 weeks ago, Thursday, on the 7th of January. Um, uh, it is a little snowy, but I'm planning on getting even more webkins this year. As soon as I get enough webkins, I'll be making a webkin series called Webkins Funny Signs, or Webkins Read Funny Signs. That's cool. Uh, I guess. I mean, we're gonna do SpongeBob episode aesthetic, like the title card and the bubble transitions. You're gonna do all that. Oh, all right. Um. Okay. Okay. Um. Yeah, this is the clock repair Shitstravaganza. So, but I thought this was gonna be a whole 5-hour event. Which I'll be back around here around March. If yeah, this wasn't much. Somebody is snapper chatting me here. I had to do that. I had to. Hello. The person is spamming the letter U. That's. Dude, you know, in Vegas Pro, um, in my Vegas Pro software, I can like position the text anywhere I want. Do you have Vegas 15, or are you still with Vegas like 12 or whatever you had before? I have Vegas Pro 15, so that lets me still have that movie studio aesthetic, but not really. It's pretty cool that I can get 4K videos in 4K HD, which is like 2160p. Those are, so so do you have Vegas Pro 12, or do you have like Vegas 15 like I do? Um, well, whatever editing software you have, I recommend Vegas Pro 15. That's what I use for my videos. You can position the text anywhere you want. I can use titles and text because it's allows me to use the SpongeBob font. That's his. Do you use Vegas 15? Is what I'm asking. Oh, okay. You have Vegas 15. That's cool. Yeah, Vegas 15 is actually pretty cool. You can render videos in 4K HD. You can pretty much recreate SpongeBob credits like I do. I'm just using the season 13 style because season 12's over, pretty much. The DVD's out, but none of those episodes have aired in the United States yet. So I check ESB. You right there?
Yeah.
Wasn't there $1 billion? I don't get why people, win the lottery and
We were talking last night about Cuomo. What this 50-50 Senate? McDonald got a picture as much as we got actually could be more in a picture.
a lot of these episodes, at least somebody's on this stream. The
It's just the way it's operated. And they have to agree every time they get a new Senate, what rules they replace. Now, he took over, when he took over the Senate, and since he had control of the Senate, he got rid of the filibuster. McConnell did, and what the filibuster did was the minority party could keep arguing.
Yeah.
He got rid of it,
well,
and also
yeah, this clock is expected to be repaired around March, 8 to 10 weeks.
now that it's
So that's late March, early April, around springtime. So
You can have the advantage.
yes, no, you can't get anything.
Does he have power to do that?
Yeah, he does because somehow in their rules that they agreed to way back when. And it's like, well, says, yeah, but why does anybody pay attention to this shit? It's not law. He said, if they don't come to an agreement on how this Senate is gonna operate now, 50-50, him and Schumer, then it reverts back to the original old stuff that was there before the Senate changed, which was when McConnell had control, and the Republicans will have control of all the committees. And nothing gets passed if it doesn't go through the committee.
Oh,
Well,
split your drink. You split your coffee. See that?
he probably did.
That's probably when you were walking in there to carry your coffee in there to talk with the guy. It's just all right there though.
I might just done that. I just went over there and fill it.
Because there's no drifts in there.
Anything coming this way?
I'm looking, I don't see it. Well, the only good thing is Schuman's been around a while. He knows the ropes too, so I would think if anybody can deal with that, he can.
Well, the other thing you were saying, said it, but I'm trying to answer the couple things. McConnell has had it up to here with the Trump stuff. And now the Trump's out of it.
Tim left. Tim left the stream, I guess. All right, I guess I'm gonna call this a wrap, and I'll do the 11 o'clock. So see you guys. Hope this was worthwhile.